This is the Pro Football Report, presented by BCWSA, a weekly recap of your Philadelphia Eagles and all the news around the NFL. Broadcasting live from Chickies and Pete's, tonight's show is brought to you by the Philadelphia Protestant Home, Rob's Automotive and Collision, SEPTA, The Capitol Grill, Cheerleaders Gentlemen's Club, Ventresca's Custom Clothing, Chickies and Pete's, Begley, Carlin, and Mandio Law Firm, Hand and Stone Spa, Penworth Financial Services, BCWSA, and CJ's Tire and Automotive. We now go live to Chickies and Pete's for the Pro Football Report, presented by BCWSA. Now, here are your hosts, Delaware County Times Birds reporter Bob Grotz and voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, Merrill Reese.
Thank you very much, and good evening, everyone. Great to be with you. We are at Chickies and Pete's and the Parks Casino. And what a season this has been, Bob Grotz. The Eagles are now 12-1, and they seem to be getting better now every week.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they have a weakness. The Giants found out last week. It's going to be, Merrill, I can't wait to see the next two games with them, because you got the Bears and then the Cowboys. And by then they could possibly have, or have the division. If they beat the Cowboys and they beat the Bears, the division's locked up.
Well, it is.
But I can't wait to see these games because they're so good they're not even getting challenged.
Well, we will see about that. We have a great guest tonight, one of my favorite guests and a good friend who has been terrific every time he's been on the show. He's great. Anytime you hear him on the radio, we're talking about former Eagles great tackle, Hollis Thomas. Hollis, great to have you with us.
Thank you.
Hey, Hollis.
Have a good evening. How you doing, Scoop?
Yeah, he's got it, yeah. Hollis is an old Delco guy from way back.
Yes.
Hollis, this is a great season.
Yes, it is. It's one of the best seasons that I've been a part of, especially working with you guys and stuff. It's actually, I can stick my chest out and then tell all those people. Although this would be my time to tell all those Carson lovers who were against Jalen Hurts, John, TK, and
What about the Nick Foles people?
The Nick Foles. I was one of the Nick Foles people. I felt like we should have kept him and rolled that just a little bit further until we got to a quarterback. But it's turned out to be better than I anticipated. I thought we were only going to see last year. I was only on the show one time with you guys last year, and I was just telling Scoop that my prediction last year was nine wins and a chance to go to the playoffs, and we were going to get throttled because we were young, and it came out. And everybody kept asking me, where did I see all this coming from? And when you just go back and you watch the way Jalen prepares for things and how each and every year he gets better, and he's always looking to get better, and he's taking the coaching.
You're absolutely right. I have been a supporter and somebody who has admired Jalen Hurts since the time I first saw him in Alabama, and then watched him in his senior year in Oklahoma. Yep. And I was thrilled when the Eagles drafted him in the second round. I thought they practically stole him because here is a first-round talent. But what a lot of people fail to recognize is the fact that it takes time for a quarterback to develop. And you don't go in there and take the world by storm. You can have a decent season, as Carson Wentz did in his rookie year, but the true mark of a quarterback is how much he progresses from year 1 to 2, and then even more from year 2 to 3. Yep. And right now we are seeing a finished product who still has a ceiling that he hasn't reached.
Yeah, when you look at it, he's getting better each and every week. And the coaching that he's taking is, I think the part that I think a lot of people were missing is the intangibles, his ability to be a leader, be a team leader, not only a team guy but a team leader, and be there for his teammates. And as you can see when they play, and even when they're on the sideline, how much they're playing for each other. When you're playing for each other, is great. When you're just co-workers, you get what you get. You get mediocre play, and you may make it to the playoffs, and you may not. But when you got guys playing for each other and they truly like each other, you get victories week in and week out.
You are echoing Nick Sirianni because he was asked about motivation. Are guys more motivated when they go up against their old team, or are they more motivated when they go up against a former coach? And Nick said this team is motivated with the fact that they are playing for each other. Yep. This is what it is. Everybody plays for each other. And Jalen Hurts, for a quarterback, is one of the least egotistical guys
Yep.
I've ever met.
Yeah, we were talking about an egotistical guy before the show. Me and Scoops there, but he.
Hold on, I don't want him to think it was me. Yeah,
It was more.
it was Hollis. Yeah,
It was
okay,
you.
it was somebody
but
else.
when you look at it, somebody was asking me what was one of the better when you have a quarterback, what makes him one of the guys? Because a lot of people know that the owners and the head coach they make concessions for the quarterback, but when the quarterback he lets you guys know that he's one of you, and he doesn't take all those concessions, and he's one of you guys. Then you kind of play for him, and you know that he'll always pull your rump out of the fire.
Yeah, but let's not forget a couple of things, though.
Okay.
And one is Howie Roseman put a lot of good players around him, a lot of good guys. That offensive line was already good.
Yep.
A.J. Brown, there you go, right there. I mean, the Eagles have somebody who ranks in the top 6 in rushing, and that would be Miles Sanders.
Right.
He's 5th. And A.J.
Receiving, yep.
top 6 in receiving yards.
Right.
And Jalen Hurts, he's number 1 in quarterback rating, by the way, 108.4.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's a lot of help there. And
That's teamwork.
You
That's
combine that with...
It's what you call teamwork.
Yeah.
A lot of times, we were just talking about this. You were talking about putting players around. You play as a team, and you win as a team, and you lose as a team. But the quarterback, most of the time, gets a lot of the credit, but he's going to get all of the blame. When you have guys that are playing with you, then you can say what you're saying. But when you start off a quarterback conversation by what the quarterback needs, then that quarterback probably sucks.
Yeah.
And it's just when you say that because I've seen quarterbacks that really suck.
Okay.
That everybody's saying, well, if you give him this and you give him that, and I've seen.
There's another big stat, too.
What's that?
And that's turnovers.
Yeah.
The turnovers are ridiculously low.
Yes.
3 interceptions, 22 touchdown passes.
Oh, yeah.
And he's fumbled 9 times, which ranks, I think, in the top 5.
Right.
But he's only lost 2.
Ah.
That's near the bottom.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, so those two things, I mean, those are 2 factors that I think people are overlooking, you know?
Yeah.
Well, if you hear Jalen Hurts, as I'm sure you do in his post-game press conferences, which are carried by radio and television, the first things he talks about are the mistakes that he's made and where he has to improve. Yeah. Rarely does he focus on that great pass to A.J. Brown or the way he shredded the defense by running for 40 yards. He talks about, well, we made progress today, and we won the game. That's the important thing. But there are things we have to improve upon, and that has been his attitude from the day he arrived.
Yeah. The one thing that I think we lost the game, and he had a. Everybody thought he was talking about having a tremendous game. He's like, I don't care about having a tremendous game. I want to win.
Yeah.
And that's what I was like. Yes, we found our leader. We found our leader for the next.
And to your point, he's making it look easy.
Yeah,
he is making.
Man. It's like he's unflappable. I think he lost it.
He is making it look easy. Yeah. We lost our
what you call it?
We lost our sound. I know some sign language. Making it look easy.
I got. When Carson was doing what he
It's Grand Cafe
Who's
La
this? You
Cola
want this?
website at grandcafelacola.com. Call them today at 215-568-5600. That's 215-568-5600. Or visit them at their flagship location at 1716 Chestnut Street in Philadelphia. The world of Italian cuisine is only a 30-minute drive away at Grand Cafe La Cola.
Fall into relaxation at Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa. For an introductory price of just $69.95, enjoy the tranquility of their massage services and the rejuvenating glow their facial services provide. They even have specialty services such as a pumpkin facial or their signature hot stone massage. Restore, relax, and reset at one of Hand and Stone's 57 locations in Delaware, South Jersey, and Philadelphia, including the Lehigh Valley, for an introductory price of just $69.95. Call or book online at handandstone.com. Restrictions apply. See spa for details.
Don't hang out alone in the man cave this football season. Hang out at Cheerleaders with sexy entertainers, $4 Miller Lights, Jameson specials, and awesome game day prizes during all Sunday and Monday football games. Stop in before, during, or after the game to see your favorite entertainers and your chance to win an awesome game day prize. The most epic game day experience is at Cheerleaders Gentlemen's Club, where champions play. Open daily from noon until 2 a.m.
We now return to Chickies and Pete's for the Pro Football Report, presented by BCWSA. Once again, here are your hosts, Delaware County Times Birds reporter Bob Grotz and voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, Merrill Reese.
And back we are at the Parks Casino, Chickies and Pete's. Hollis Thomas is our guest, and we're talking quarterbacks, of course, which is the number one topic all year.
Yes.
When you have Jalen Hurts and the way he has progressed. You know, it's interesting that here he has gone from somebody who people were saying, I'm not sure they have the franchise quarterback, or maybe you have to take that first-round draft choice next year when you have to trade with the Saints and use another future quarterback.
I was there.
But the fact of the matter is, not only has he cemented the job, he right now is the leading candidate to be the most valuable player in the entire NFL.
Now, I didn't predict that, but I knew he was going to be good. And the one reason I did, because he's just taking the coaching and the things that everybody was saying during the first season, he went and worked on, and now he's kind of shut everybody up, because you still have those naysayers. Well, he runs too much. Shut up and get on the bandwagon. Just shut up and get on the bandwagon. Just say you were wrong, Bob. Say you were wrong.
Hold on.
You were wrong.
I wasn't
Say
part
you
of the
were wrong.
bandwagon.
Sure you weren't.
I did think that maybe they would have to explore some other things.
Oh, yes, you did.
I never imagined
Yes, you
this.
did.
Yeah, you and Tom Kelly were right there.
Can I give a counter, my rebuttal here?
Well, but first Hollis is right.
Yeah,
first
he is.
you have to admit.
Yes.
Oh, I
that
did. I
told
raised my
you
hand.
Okay.
that I told you all last year that they had their quarterback, and you were not convinced. Will you admit that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then you
Okay.
started hitting me with this Zach. What was that about the workout, the best workout ever?
No, nobody cares about the workout.
Oh, no.
The proof is in the pudding.
No. Wait
He killed me.
do you hear
He
this?
killed me after this workout.
I did, because I'm driving home, and he calls me, and he said, I just watched on NFL television, they had the workout of this quarterback, the greatest arm talent I have ever seen.
Ever.
Boy,
Ever.
Zach Wilson.
Made every throw.
Who has been already benched by the New York
Every
Jets.
throw, every angle.
Exactly. He made every throw, every angle, but he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth.
You know what? I don't
And
think
it's like when things are handed to you in that fashion, when you get to the NFL, it's like, okay, it's money.
I think you're right. I don't think they like him. They
Dirt.
like that other guy.
The fact that when he got on and said, "Do you think you let your team down?" He was like, "No." I was like, "What was that?" That alone, it made him look like a jerk. And from what I hear from some of my buddies up there, Joe Douglas is up there. I think Joe Douglas is. They think may have made a mistake, but I think the Mike White, I think he may pull their rumps out of the fire.
He might, because he's a decent quarterback.
They love him.
Yeah,
they
love him.
really do.
And this is. Remember when you were asking me about the concessions that sometimes the coaches make for the quarterback? This is like one of those times when they make special concessions for the quarterback, and we as players see that, and
they play harder.
And
That defense.
Yeah, but no, you telling us to play hard. If we don't play hard, our butts is benched. It's like, come on. It's like you have to keep the same rules. They may be a little less stiffer with the quarterback, because you have to coddle them and rub the drool from their bubbling lips. But you have to still be on the same page with them as you are with the rest of the team.
But you know what you said, Hollis? You said that he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth.
Right.
But then if you really look at it, so were the Mannings, Peyton and Eli.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how much money Archie had,
Right.
but they were certainly an affluent family where
Right.
money was not a problem. And both of them, Archie was a great quarterback
Right.
playing for bad teams. And then Peyton came on and was all world.
Right.
And Eli may not have been Peyton, but he still won 2 Super Bowls.
Correct. But they in the same right, they were brought up down there where you have to work hard to play football. If you're a bum and you come back trying to live off your daddy's coattail, can you picture that? It's different when you have money and nobody was an athlete. You have to live up to your dad. Your dad is like the greatest thing since sliced bread. I did a show with him when I was playing for the Saints with Archie. Yeah, that's my guy. He's cool as all get out.
Archie's great.
Yeah, he was cool as all get out. It's like we have a dad that cool. It's hard to mess things up. You have to at least be good. So when you look at Zach Wilson, nobody in his family was really an athlete. They just made their money.
What a workout. That was incredible.
Workouts don't mean anything. I remember.
I thought you learned that was with Mike Malula.
Listen,
and Mike's my buddy, and I
Mike's
heard
been
about
on this show. I'm gonna tell him.
And that's my buddy, and I heard about the Workout Warriors. We've seen it before. The Bay, what's his last name is Bay, B-E-Y.
The
receiver.
the receiver, yeah.
Yeah, Haywood Bay. He ran like a 4.3 or 4.2.
Yeah.
Darius Bay.
Darius Bay, yes.
Bay,
Right. And they drafted him in the first round.
And that's what made Jeremy Maclin available for the Eagles.
Exactly.
That set apart that whole draft when Darius Haywood Bay was picked first by the Raiders.
Yep.
Trivia question.
What's that?
Last time the Eagles had a 1,000-yard rusher and a 1,000-yard receiver was when Jeremy Maclin, and who was the running back? It was in 2014.
Shady McCoy.
Yeah, cut on a dime.
Both did it. Yeah. How about that?
Those were my guys. I used to love. Well, you love when you watching the younger guys come out to you. Actually, it's kind of rough saying that now because it means I'm getting old.
Aren't we all? But the other thing is the Eagles have a 1,000-yard rusher right now.
Right.
And Miles Sanders.
Yes.
Miles Sanders never cares about how many carries he gets.
Mm-hmm.
He's never complained. There are times he's had a half dozen carries.
Right.
And there are times when he goes over 20.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, Miles Sanders is not exactly the focal point of that offense.
Right.
It's certainly Jalen Hurts
AJ.
and the passing game, and AJ and Darius and Devontae
Goddard.
Smith,
Right.
and Goddard. So, but when you look at what Miles Sanders has done, he has been a big part of this team.
Well, you look at in order for them to do what they're doing in the passing game, he has to continue, and he knows this. He has to continue doing what he's doing. I love the fact that he's come out and been a downhill runner this year. He's been everything that I've been asking him to be since he's got here. He used to run east and west, and we used to be all over him about running east and west. He's run downhill. He runs with a purpose now, and he's starting to reap the benefits of it, and I'm loving it. That's why he's not really when he gets the carries. It's going to be when we're ahead in games. That's what I like, and they know he's going to run, and he's putting people on notice that you're going to pay for coming up trying to tackle me.
I think that's huge.
Yeah.
I also believe that Jalen Hurts and his running,
right,
when he picks those spots, that's really opened it up for Miles as well.
But you also look at
they're worried about two guys,
right? And you also like the fact that he doesn't care how we win, just as long as we do win. Because I've been with quarterbacks who've been listening to everybody trying to become a pocket passer instead of take what the defense gives you and you put them on notice. They'll get tired of you taking that. And then you can beat him over the top.
He kind of wears him down.
Well,
doesn't he?
Yeah, I think in a way you're talking about also our friend Donovan McNabb.
That's my buddy, but I felt like he was listening to a lot of the naysayers about him being a pocket passer.
Yeah,
and this and that. And it was some times where I was like, just run. Everybody's got their back.
Donovan was at his best when he was a threat to carry the football.
Exactly, and it was like you had to put those suckers on notice.
2004 was his best season, right?
That's because we had T.O.
Yeah. Okay.
And we had T.O. We made them not put people in the box.
Didn't the Eagles didn't they trade for somebody, a great receiver? Yeah. AJ
who?
And AJ Brown.
Right.
And who's having his best season?
Yeah. But T.O. was like in his like a little long in the tooth. that was more of a superstar, and it was a little crap going on with that little extra
that
crap.
whole locker room went nuts.
Yeah, it was. Well, we went nuts because we knew that it was Super Bowl or bust that year.
Yeah.
And we
made it that year, but it destroyed the team the next year.
Yeah, it destroyed the team. The ways that things were going around and going down, people were started fending for themselves, and that's just the way. When you don't have a quality leader and people start picking sides, that's what happens.
I thought Donovan was a leader, though. Yeah.
That's what you get for thinking.
That's a good answer.
Is Jalen Hurts an old soul in a young body? Is he mature beyond his years?
I think he's mature. I mean, he played in four years in college. I mean, I think he's just right. He's not mature beyond his years. He's been in college. It's not like we got him when he was 21 or 22 years old. We got him after he'd been to college and he became a man. And now we're reaping the benefits. He's got to the NFL, and I think he's just right. And I think this is right the time that the quarterback is truly supposed to peak. And these next few years should be awesome for all of us.
How much, Hollis Thomas, does this have to do with him being the son of a coach who was tough on him, made him work, and supervised his development as he was growing up?
I think it has a lot to do with it. Sometimes we don't have the kind of right people in our life. And if you're the son of a coach, you're taught how to watch film. You don't have to try to learn how to break down film by yourself and stuff. You're taught the integral parts of the game. You're taught the mental part of the game. And you're taught how to do things. Some people get it and some people don't. And I feel like the thing that I see with this kid is he was able to have the mental toughness and stuff and the wherewithal to be able to have success with it. Because a lot of times when parents do what they've done, what he's been done to him, kids go sideways to the next life. Marinovich.
You were talking.
That was for a lot of you who don't remember.
Todd Marinovich.
I saw the documentary. It was riveting, and I didn't. It was like he didn't get the candy till he was like.
I thought he was going to be another Stabler.
But it was like, but that was us on the outside looking in. But when you look at the story of his life and stuff, you see the things that he didn't. I got to do as a kid, or you got to do as a kid, and he didn't get to do. Dude, that's a lot. A lot for a kid, and that's a lot to take in. Sooner or later, you're going to burst.
Yeah, they tried to make him a robot.
Yeah,
and it just didn't work.
It backfired.
It backfired. He never had a good career, and then he had
one good game. When he was with the Raiders, he had a decent college career
against the Eagles.
No, was it against the Eagles? No, it was. But I know when they put him in.
He was from Southern Cal, right?
Yeah. But when they put him in as a Raiders quarterback, he had like one or two like tremendous games, and everybody thought, just like we thought, he was the next Ken Stabler, and then. It burst.
It did burst.
Yeah,
he had that lefty throw.
Yeah,
that's a shame.
Yeah,
but that certainly isn't the case with
And
Hurts.
you mentioned before, taken to coaching. All these things you mentioned are taken to coaching.
Yeah, being able to accept the coaching and not just sometimes we think because we're growing up and we're men. Oh, you can't tell me what to do. I know what to do. He's not out there. But you have to listen to the people that are watching you and seeing how things are going down. The thing, and it's like it takes you a hot second as a player to realize that it's like you have. It's kind of like being when we say armchair quarterback. It's like. Yeah, we can see the whole field. It's like that's cool for you now, but you got to. It's like it's not cool when you're in the fire there.
Is Nick Sirianni the coach of the year?
Yeah, he's got to be. And it's one reason why is because he found he took the onus on himself to get somebody that he trusts to make the offensive call, so he could be more of the head coach and be in tune to the entire game, and it's helping us out a lot.
Hollis, I brought up the topic about Jalen being the son of a coach.
Right.
Nick Sirianni is the son of a coach. He's from a coaching family. His dad has been a long-time high school coach. His brothers were all coaches. And I think about Bill Belichick, who is considered the greatest of all time.
Yeah, not by me, but
he grew up the son of Steve Belichick, who was the coach, who was on the staff at the Naval Academy for many, many years. And he used to help his father look at film and grade film and players. He was born in that atmosphere, and he carried it. He was never a great football player. I think he went to John Carroll, played a lot of lacrosse, but became a great football coach. Yeah,
I'm going to say good football coach because he had cheating scandals attached to his name, and the great Don Shula, rest his soul, called him Bill Belichick. I feel so. I like the tuna a little bit more. I like Bill Parcells. But he wasn't. I don't know if he was the son of a coach, but you can see when Bill Belichick was coaching those defenses, you see the guys who he got to do certain things and how he got to. I do like the fact that
Vrabel.
Yeah. Like when you see a guy and you hone in his skill, what his skill set is, and you make something for him to do for your defense. He got that out of the Giants defense, and he got that when he went to the Patriots and stuff. He got that out of. If you look at the defenses where they call Tom Brady the greatest, every defense was a top 5 defense, and these Super Bowl was only won by 3 points. We don't want to get into the cheating stuff because it pisses me off to no end because I've read the investigation report and it's all bad. So and it pisses you off as a player. So.
Well, I can imagine that, but whatever he did it right.
Yeah.
Merrill, they had you on the film, too.
No, I was not on
Merrill.
All right, we'll be back right after this.
Hi, it's Pete from Chickie and Pete's. 'Tis the season to ring in the holiday cheer, and nobody does it better. Chickie's has you covered with complete holiday party packages and specials for parties of 25 or more. Hosting a holiday party of your own? Chickie's complete catering makes entertaining a breeze. Or book the Crab Fries Express for your next holiday event. Plus, don't forget to take care of everyone on your Christmas list with a Chickie and Pete's gift card. It always fits and always gets returned. Parties, catering, events, and more. You're covered all season long at Chickie's and Pete's.
This is Tommy Green from the 1993 National League champion Phillies. And here's the pitch. BCWSA water and sewer customers, you have a new and improved option to pay your bill that's convenient, reliable, and secure. Powered by Invoice Cloud, you can pay your bill 24/7 online, pay by text or phone, or sign up for AutoPay to avoid fees for late or missed payments. Visit bcwsa.net to sign up or for more info. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, proven.
Ventresca Limited, the Delaware Valley men's store, is located in historic Doylestown. For casual clothing in denim to business suits and tuxedos, Ventresca Limited has a large selection you have to see to believe. The experienced and knowledgeable sales staff can show you the many brand labels that have made Ventresca Limited in Doylestown a must for men concerned about their image. Select from Canali, Brax Jeans, Hickey Freeman, Johnson Murphy Footwear, and much more. Custom alterations are free. Visit Ventresca Limited on the web at ventresca.com. Planning to go to the game? Give LimoToday.com a call. You'll get to the game and back safely and in style. Why worry about the traffic and parking when you can relax and let LimoToday.com do the driving for you and your friends? And if you book a 5-hour trip with LimoToday.com, you'll get the 6-hour free. From sedans to minibuses to vans and stretch limos, let LimoToday.com get you to the game. Give them a call at 1-866-LIMO-TODAY. That's 1-866-LIMO today.
A flawless occasion begins at the Capitol Grill. From the moment you step into the Capitol Grill, located in the heart of Center City, the experience is one of comfortable elegance. Whether you're looking to host a private affair, a perfect lunch stop, or dinner destination, start your occasion at the Capitol Grill today. Visit thecapitolgrill.com or call 215-545-9588. That's 215-545-9588 for the Capitol Grill, Center City.
Have you or a family member been involved in an accident? If so, you need to call an experienced lawyer you can trust. You need to call the personal injuries lawyers at Velter, Urofsky, Zoftis, and Sokolson. If you or someone you know has been in an automobile, motorcycle, truck, slip and fall, or drunk driving accident, contact Velter, Urofsky, Zoftis, and Sokolson. Call 215-969-3004. Again, that number is 215-969-3004.
For more than 125 years, the Philadelphia Protestant Home has been family to seniors living independently or in personal care and skilled nursing. PPH also provides peace of mind, security to eligible residents who no longer can afford their living expenses. PPH offers spacious studio 1- and 2-bedroom apartments with balcony, patio, and garden view options. Call now to schedule a tour, 215-697-8000. Or visit us on the web at pphfamily.org. At PPH, we're family.
Enjoy a world of Italian wine and cuisine in nearby Philadelphia at Grand Café L'Aquila. This Italian landmark cafe offers a wide variety of Italian options for both lunch and dinner, and before you leave, try their award-winning gelatos. Offering an online market for your favorite meats, cheeses, coffee, and much more, it's Grand Café L'Aquila website at grandcafel'Aquila.com. Call them today at 215-568-5600. That's 215-568-5600. Or visit them at their flagship location at 1716 Chestnut Street in Philadelphia. The world of Italian cuisine is only a 30-minute drive away at Grand Café L'Aquila.
You are not just building a company. You are helping to build your community. For 150 years, Penn Community Bank has been strengthening our region, serving as a trusted partner and resource for businesses like yours. Our team of business bankers can get you where you need to go. Real relationships, expert advice, swift solutions to power your growth. Start here, grow here, stay here. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
We now return to Chickies and Pete's for the Pro Football Report, presented by BCWSA. Once again, here are your hosts, Delaware County Times Birds reporter Bob Grotz and voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, Merrill Reese.
And back we are, Chickies and Pete's at the Parks Casino. It is time now for this week's injury review, brought to you by the attorneys at Begley, Carlin, and Mandio. Contact them today for a free consultation at 215-806-3689, 215-806-3689. Bob, bring us up to date.
All right. Aaron Sipos, the punter, is on injured reserve. That means at least 4 games. Now, we don't know how severe it is, but, you know, obviously they had to sign a new punter to the practice squad. His name is Brett Kern. Yeah. And he's pretty good. This guy's pretty good. He used to be a caddy at Inverness, I was telling Merrill.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Way back in the day.
But we talking about
when he was in college.
Yeah, but you talking about kicking and you bring up him being a caddy.
No, I had to bring up the golf thing. Yeah.
Continue.
You never know what he's coming up with next.
What else?
So Sipos is out, and also Reed Blankenship, the safety, who was doing he was having a pretty good
I like
season
Reed.
as a fill-in.
Yeah, he was
real solid guy. He's got a knee.
Yeah, is his knee? I thought it was his ankle.
No, it's a knee. It's the ankle with the punter.
Aaron Sipos is the ankle.
Okay.
Reed Blankenship is a knee, but it's a sprain, and it's something that is not long range.
It's about 3 weeks.
You think it's 3 weeks?
Yeah, and it's especially playing safety, because all that cutting and stuff he has to do. But I loved him coming out of college, out of University of Middle Tennessee.
Yeah.
I thought he was a brother though, because he was running pretty fast.
You know what? The Titans didn't even look at him. He said
they didn't.
Yeah.
Hard
to believe John Robinson got fired, right? Right.
What? Whatever do you mean?
Didn't he? He said they didn't even look at him. Anthony Harris, anyway, was signed, and he played safety last year for the Eagles.
Yes,
so he knows the system. And but right now, Kayvon Wallace is the guy.
Yeah, Kayvon Wallace can play.
He made a couple of plays. I think this is his time to shine. Truly,
and C.J. Gardner.
He's still on. They're still waiting
Johnson.
on him.
He could be back. I think the earliest he could be back is January 1st.
Okay,
right?
That's cool. But the one thing that we were talking, I was talking about Kayvon Wallace. And this is his chance to shine, really, because you let an undrafted free agent come and take the starting spot, and you've been here. You were drafted. It's like all of us have been looking for great things, but he's kind of like, it's like I don't know about you. I watched him because I was looking for him for success.
Yeah, you're right. This is it for him.
Yeah, it's like you look for when we draft guys. We all have a vested interest in them being successful, because then if not, we've wasted the pick, and then we've let him stay and we've let somebody else go.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that
this is his third year.
This is his third year. This is his third year, and he should be able to get it, because I saw him do some things that I hadn't seen him do in previous times when he had the opportunity to do them. This time, I think we're going to get a better sample size of him playing.
And we got one more injury.
Okay.
Well, he's coming back. Dallas Goedert, he'll be back practicing Wednesday.
Sweet.
Almost a lock.
So he should be back this week.
Yes.
Okay. We'll see. Hollis, you, of course, were a great defensive tackle.
Thank you.
What is your evaluation of this defensive front?
Oh, I love him. I love the defensive front. I was a little ticked at Jonathan Gannon because I felt like that he makes us stay stagnant and in the same place too much instead of running stunts. When you have two high safeties, if you're going to play the bend but don't break, in the immortal words of the great Jim Johnson, you have to cut the run up. Mm-hmm. And if you don't cut the run up, those double teams are going to start waning on you. The drives are going to start getting longer. The guys are going to start getting tired, no matter what the rotation is. Is that you get tired of 600 pounds laying on you when they run the rub double, and then when it's time to pass rush, you don't have the juice in the tank anymore.
You got to cut the run up. I like that.
You have to cut the run up, but so you have to run like stunts and slants and stuff to get the running back at least running east and west instead of coming downhill.
And I think they did that against the Colts, right?
No, they started doing it against the Titans, really.
The Titans, okay.
Yeah, and they did.
Right.
The Colts, we were still lining up stripe to stripe, but we had some fresh legs in there.
All right.
So when you get the fresh legs in there, but then your reddish, ugly head, and they were able to get some movement on us. But then he started cutting up the run because Bob Beauclair, I was talking with the beat writer from the Titans, and they're down on the Titans, and everybody else was saying the Titans were going to kill us. And I was like, and he was saying you have to start running slants and stuff to get Henry running sideways. You don't want that running back coming down on your DBs like that. So if the guys are slanting and stuff, the linebackers are clean. And they have a place to fill. So, but if you look at it, a lot of people laugh because I try to do this in radio, but we have a screen. They were running this thing called a rub double on the zone plays. A rub double is when they double team the defensive tackle or defensive end and rub up to the linebacker. One guy comes off and gets the linebacker coming across. And that's what they were doing to us. But if you cut the run up, everybody misses, and you have guys in the field creating what I love to call organized chaos.
Yeah. Buddy Ryan once told me that the single most draining thing you can do in football is rush the passer.
Yes, it is. It's the single most draining thing you can do. But the one thing that will take the wind out of your sail is trying to stop the run time after time after time, and then trying to pass rush.
Yeah.
Because they're double teaming you, and you're not getting anything from the sideline to get out of those double teams, like any slants or any stunts or anything. It's like 600 pounds hitting you every play for like 2 or 3 seconds. It's like, oh, God.
Their pass rush has been very
phenomenal.
Very disciplined, too.
Yes, it's funny you say that because I felt like we gave a couple of teams who had running quarterbacks, we didn't have rush lane integrity. And when they exposed us, and then I'm glad that we're getting it back now, and guys are staying and keeping contained and stuff.
Hollis, we haven't seen a lot of him, and he's just easing his way back into action. But what is your early take on their first-round draft pick, Jordan Davis?
I love the kid. You know what? I'm glad they're easing him back into it because he had the ankle injury. Excuse me. And as a big dog, you need your wheels. And so my early take on him is I think he's going to be great. And the fact that he came back and he was slimmer than when he went on the and I was happy at that because normally when we don't move around that much.
I was standing next to him. Slimmer, I don't know how. Well, he said he was, yeah.
I think he did. I think he took the opportunity to get on that underwater treadmill a lot and then get it going. Because but the one thing that I was glad he didn't do was put on more weight because having a body extremity injury and putting on more weight, it doesn't bode well.
Right, that makes a lot of sense.
And the one thing that when I see him, I am going to tell him again. I was like, I need to see more violence out of the hands. When I say violence in your hands, it's getting off blocks. I don't want to see Velcro. He's a big, powerful man, and this is not college where it's like Tommy Brady used to say, use your hands violently, throw the guy, because if you just let go, his hands are going to come back up, and you're going to be like Velcro again.
It's hard to ignore Brandon Graham, the 3 sacks.
Right.
Just a tremendous game.
Yes.
But Josh Sweat,
that's my guy. I love him since he's been here. Dude.
I think he's the best guy on that the best pass rusher they got.
I think he's one of the better pass rushers, and he's hard-working kid, dude. That's like that just from going from where he's come from almost having to get rid of his leg to where he is now. Dude, it's like I haven't seen anybody work that hard before.
Yeah, he is something.
Who's their next best pass rusher?
Hassan Reddick.
Hassan Reddick. You got.
He's kind of a linebacker. Yeah.
Well,
he's an edge rusher.
You're right. You're right.
When you look at it, he's like one of the first people in one of the first defensive players in history. 10 sacks with 3 different teams.
He's making it happen.
Just like he's making it happen between him. I like the fact that they got all those guys and they're mixing them up and mixing them in. And I do like the progress of Milt Williams. Milt Williams he's actually progressing pretty good.
I'll tell you now he's a linebacker who is having a great season.
TJ? Yeah.
TJ Edwards, free agent out of Wisconsin.
Yes.
How did somebody not draft him?
Well, he went to the combine and he ran a really slow 40 time, and that was one of the knocks on him being slow and stuff. But I watched him in college, and I saw a good linebacker, a good smart linebacker at University of Wisconsin. Yes, he led a nice defense there, and we hadn't made any. Nobody's really talked about Kobe Dean getting 16 plays and having like 6 tackles and 1 TFL.
Well, he's going to be a starter.
Soon. He's going to be a starter soon. But I just love the fact because I immediately texted him as soon as I saw him play. I was like, way to go.
Yeah.
Way to go, because you got to seize the second. But I don't think anybody else thought that T.J. Edwards was going to be what he's becoming. It's like because that's why I think he dropped so far in the draft. And the speed part, I think, is why he dropped so far in the draft. I want to say he ran a 4.8 or a 4.9.
And he's not the biggest guy.
He's not the biggest guy, but he's
can
smart.
Cover a little.
Yeah, he covered a little bit. Yeah.
But he has game quickness.
Yes.
I don't care about the clock.
Yes.
But he has game speed.
Yes, and that's a lot of times what you have to take into account. That's why guys get a chance. And when you get the chance, you just have to show them that your 40 time doesn't mean anything.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Hollis, I think we have to go back to the days of Troy Vincent and Bobby Taylor. We're going to talk about
we need a break.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this.
Troy Vincent and Bobby.
The last thing I remember, I was outside Chicky and Pete's.
Of course, George. Chicky and Pete's is Philadelphia's most decorated and award-winning restaurant.
I give each of the kids a Chicky and Pete's gift card. It's the gift that always fits.
It's almost as good as getting your wing.
Yeah, that's right, Clarence. You can get your wings at Chicky's, and crab fries and lobster pizza and a hot beef sandwich.
You see, George, it really is a wonderful place, this Chicky and Pete's.
BCWSA customers, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green here. I played on the 1993 National League champs, so I know a thing or two about what it's like playing on a winning team. BCWSA has all the ingredients. They make it easy for their customers to get automatic updates by text, email, or phone anytime there is a disruption in your service area. You can even customize your alerts by going to bcwsa.net. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, your partner for a safer environment. BCWSA, proven.
Ventresca Limited, the Delaware Valley men's store, is located in historic Doylestown. For casual clothing in denim to business suits and tuxedos, Ventresca Limited has a large selection you have to see to believe. The experienced and knowledgeable sales staff can show you the many brand labels that have made Ventresca Limited in Doylestown a must for men concerned about their image. Select from Canali, Brax Jeans, Hickey Freeman, Johnson Murphy Footwear, and much more. Custom alterations are free. Visit Ventresca Limited on the web at ventresca.com. All tires aren't the same, and neither are all tire dealers. Michelin tires offer safe, fuel-efficient, long-lasting tires that provide exceptional performance and extraordinary value. B.F. Goodrich tires are built for drivers looking for high performance and aggressive styling. Trust the tire experts at CJ's Tire and Automotive in Fairless Hills. They'll get you in and out in no time, and their everyday low prices on B.F. Goodrich and Michelin tires can't be beat. CJ's Tire and Automotive. Better, faster, and more affordable.
A flawless occasion begins at the Capitol Grill. From the moment you step into the Capitol Grill, located in the heart of Center City, the experience is one of comfortable elegance. Whether you're looking to host a private affair, a perfect lunch stop, or dinner destination, start your occasion at the Capitol Grill today. Visit thecapitolgrill.com or call 215-545-9588. That's 215-545-9588 for the Capitol Grill, Center City.
Fall into relaxation at Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa. For an introductory price of just $69.95, enjoy the tranquility of their massage services and the rejuvenating glow their facial services provide. They even have specialty services such as a pumpkin facial or their signature hot stone massage. Restore, relax, and reset at one of Hand and Stone's 57 locations in Delaware, South Jersey, and Philadelphia, including the Lehigh Valley, for an introductory price of just $69.95. Call or book online at handandstone.com. Restrictions apply. See spa for details.
Don't hang out alone in the man cave this football season. Hang out at Cheerleaders with sexy entertainers, $4 Miller Lights, Jameson specials, and awesome game day prizes during all Sunday and Monday football games. Stop in before, during, or after the game to see your favorite entertainers and your chance to win an awesome game day prize. The most epic game day experience is at Cheerleaders Gentlemen's Club, where champions play. Open daily from noon till 2 a.m.
Whether you're just getting started, already well on your way, planning for your future, drafting your vision, growing toward greatness, or finding that dreams really can come true, whatever your next steps are, we'll be right here with you, just like we have been for 150 years. Start here, grow here, stay here. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow. Member FDIC.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
We now return to Chickies and Pete's for the Pro Football Report, presented by BCWSA. Once again, here are your hosts, Delaware County Times Birds reporter Bob Grotz and voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, Merrill Reese.
And it is now time for this week's Penworth Financial Keys to the Game. The key to your financial future is Penworth Financial. Call them today at 267-997-4503 or visit penworth.com. Well, Hollis, you are certainly knowledgeable about stopping teams, about making teams go. I mean, you know every side of the ball. You were a defensive tackle, but you are a true student of the game.
Thank you.
So I will allow you the honor of giving us the keys to the Eagles' win of the Bears.
Well, the first key is not to take the Bears lightly. You respect all your opponents. I think this team has been doing that all year long. Second is you have to keep rush lane integrity against the quarterback in which we're playing. He as we were talking before the break, he has how many yards? 900 something.
Justin Fields.
Yes, but you also have to have a decent running back in Montgomery. I think it's David Montgomery.
Yeah,
yes.
Dave Montgomery.
Yeah, Dave Montgomery. He's a decent running back. They have maybe one or two receivers that are decent, but we were talking about his inability to be accurate all the time, and it's more so because they give up the rhythm up front. Their offensive line is it's a little shaped. I haven't picked my pigeons of the week though, but their interior is leads a little bit to. I think we should take advantage of that to be desired. So we have to, but we have to have rush lane integrity because if you don't, and you get a gap, he will run and he will run long and hard. The other thing too is offensively, we have to just put them on notice. I think this is going to be one of those games to where if our offense is churning, I feel like this is another Booby Miles game, Miles Sanders.
Yeah,
I think it's another game where it's going because it's going to be cold. And so it
will be cold.
Yeah, it's going to be cold as all get out. I went to Northern Illinois because I'm going to be in Chicago.
Yeah.
I leave Friday. A lot of my people are going to be there. And I played in Chicago before. In December, it's going to be cold, so running the ball will be key. And then it's just like, look, keep doing what we're doing. Don't turn over the ball, but we want to get some turnovers. And then if we sack the quarterback, they'll be ready to quit faster than you know.
Hollis, is there such a thing as a trap game? I've heard the expression used where you overlook one game because the next one coming up seems at the time more important.
Yeah, and if anyone this season, because I've been listening to everybody else, but I think this team, I saw a couple of trap games early on, but they seem to stay focused. And even in the trap games, they've been close, but we still pull them out.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is close as possible to a trap game because we got the Cowgirls the week after that on Christmas Eve, and better Christmas gift. No better Christmas gift. And you know that they've been hearing about the rival since they've been here.
Let's not forget this either. Sorry to interrupt, but the Bears are coming off a bye.
Right.
So they're sitting on them, you know.
Right, and also too, the other key to the game is keep your eyes and ears open. Look for, especially defensively. You know that they're going to be pulling some crap. They don't have anything to play for. So why not spoil our season by pulling out all the trick plays, the fake punts and stuff. And our special teams has been picking up since the last couple of weeks because they were stinking up the joint for a few weeks, and they got together and they've been handling
now you've got
stuff.
a new punter.
Yeah, we got a new punter. So that's another thing too. So expect them to pull out all the stops, and just look for that. Just look for them to a double pass or something, or a halfback pass or something, and possibly a fake kick.
Wasn't that
or
punter a caddy at some point in his life?
I don't know what he's talking about. He's a little weird. You know, I have to tell you, Hollis, when you looked at the Giants last week, they're a team that is still technically in the hunt. I mean, they're 7-5-1.
Right.
So they've got a shot, but they were in the situation where they could let it all out. And there were times when they were in their own territory early in the game and still risking it by going on fourth down. It can backfire on you.
Exactly. It can backfire, and it can backfire, and the game can get ugly quick. I was up at the MetLife. I want to call it the Meadowlands so bad.
Yeah, well, it is the Meadowlands.
But I don't come into the games because I had the tailgates outside, so I had a big screen TV. But I was watching the stadium, and when we went up 21-0, all I saw was blue and white people coming out.
Yeah.
To get it.
No, you're
it was
right.
like their fans were leaving like nobody's business. I was cracking up.
Yeah, it wasn't even full at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
All right, this is the point where we picked 8 games for this. We don't pick the Eagles.
Okay.
All right, first one, Thursday night game, Bob Grotz, 49ers at Seattle.
49ers.
Okay, Hollis.
49ers.
Merrill, Seattle. All right. I like the year that Geno Smith is having.
I do like that.
And the 49ers quarterback will not go for too long. He's gotten off to a good start.
I predict 2 pick sixes.
All right, Saturday.
Okay.
Baltimore at Cleveland.
Baltimore.
Okay.
I'm going to go Cleveland.
You're going Cleveland.
Yeah.
You think Deshaun Watson is ready to play?
I don't think Lamar Jackson is not going to play.
Not.
Yeah, he's not going to play. They're down to their third quarterback. So.
Yeah. Okay, Miami at Buffalo.
Oh, Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Okay, 3 for Buffalo.
Yeah.
Lions at the Jets.
Ooh.
I'll take the Lions.
I'm going to take the Jets.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm taking the Lions. Now, this is not a fait accompli.
Okay.
Dallas at Jacksonville.
Dallas.
At Jacksonville?
At Jacksonville.
I'm going to take Jacksonville.
So am I.
Yeah, because
so am I.
Because the coach down there know how to play Dallas.
Yeah, he does. He does. And let me tell you something else. Trevor Lawrence is getting better and better.
Yes, he is.
I think Doug Peterson is. Yeah. Not Trevor.
Patriots at the Raiders.
I'm going to take the Patriots and the Raiders.
I'm going to take the Raiders, yeah.
They've lost. They're the first team in history to lose double-digit games, 4 games straight. They were in the fourth quarter.
It can't be 5 in a row.
It was going to be.
The Raiders, by the way, the Patriots stayed out there.
Okay.
I want the Raiders.
Okay, you've got them. I mean, you're behind. You lost another game last week. See, I'm 53 and 30. No, you lost. You were 6-2 last week. I was 7-1.
Yeah.
Atlanta at New Orleans.
I'm going to go with Atlanta because they will get a better draft pick.
Yeah. That's what I want.
I could see that, but I'll go with New Orleans.
You're going with. You are really letting it go. You're going to be down by a dozen next week. All right, think about this one and analyze this one because it is a big game. The Giants at the Commanders.
So they're probably going to tie again.
That's a good one, yeah.
Would that be
the Giants are done.
Have 2 teams ever tied twice in a season?
I don't know.
Against each other?
I'll have to check that out. Yeah.
I don't know. We probably, but this is probably going to be one of the first times because if you watch the last game, if you watch the last contest, nobody wanted to win. They were not doing anything for a victory. But if I had to make a choice, I would say the Commanders.
Me too.
Mainly because they more settled at quarterback and offensively. offensively than the Giants are. That Daniel Jones is not. I had an argument with Steve Trevelise about Daniel Jones being good. I was like, if you don't stop it, they're going to take your show from you. So,
and I'll tell you this: Taylor Heineke plays with a lot of heart.
Yes.
He may not be gifted, but he's a winner. He really is.
I agree with that. Not gifted. Yeah.
He's not gifted, but he does what. It's kind of like this. Would you want to go out there with some jerk and try to play for this jerk, and he doesn't want to take any concessions for his shortcomings? Or would you want to go out there with somebody who's going to fight for you, who's going to fight to win, who's going to make a lot of the right decisions? That's what he brings to the table. He's 4-1-1 since he took over the starting spot.
Yeah,
they like him.
Here's why I'm picking Washington. I don't think the Giants have anything going other than Darius Slayton in the receiver department.
Yeah.
They have nothing, and even Saquon is playing like he's beaten up.
Yeah, he's hurt pretty bad. He's got like 240 some carries, and it's taking his toll on him.
They're missing a lot of guys. They didn't have that many to begin with.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be an interesting week of football, and hopefully when we come back next week, the Eagles are 13-1.
Yes.
Hollis, you're a great guy, and you're
Appreciate
a great guest, and you know your football. Bob, you're a great guy. Knowing football, that would be a stretch. So for all of us, have a great night, and I will see you Sunday from Soldier Field in Chicago.
You've been listening to the Pro Football Report, presented by BCWSA. Tonight's show is an exclusive presentation of 1490 AM, as well as 107.3 FM, and heard around the world at WBCB1490.com.